Ooh.
Quiet on the set.
Action.
If you're not muted, they can hear you, dumbasses.
There we go.
Oh my God. And that's it, guys. Welcome
we're
to the
live.
show, Russ. You're up next.
You got a echo in the background. We got an echo in the background. Just warning everyone.
Maybe it's me.
Jeez.
I do
Somebody
not
got to
know.
talk to hear if the echo's gone.
Is there
Must
an
be,
echo?
I don't hear.
Echo, echo.
Echo.
I don't hear it now.
I don't hear an echo. They say no
Dylan
echo.
says no
in the chat.
echo out here.
Well, I'm hearing it, but
Russ, weren't you talking about something about tinnitus or voices or
no, I was
something
talking
like
about
that?
pain in the ass, as in
Oh,
you.
oh, oh, oh,
Maybe it's in your head.
So anyway, welcome to Let's Talk. Isn't that a heck of a way? They have changed the way that we intro, and I have to find my old intro of the countdown to get it to back to where we are. But they've changed the intros. It's all AI generated and all this other kind of stuff. I was lucky to be able to figure the heck out how to get the show on tonight, to be honest with you. So it was a challenge. It was a challenge just to get the show going. So sorry for the, how do I want to put it? The unintentional interruption or unintentional trying to figure out how it was. But my old countdown, the way it used to go, it's disappeared. I don't know where it's out. And then they got a place I noticed that it said you put more, and then when you go to more for the intros, it says download your own. And so, okay, well, I found it. So there that is. Now let me see if I can find out how to get the how do I see who is on here?
I can tell you if you want.
No, I'm trying to. Yeah, but there's a place over here where.
On the side, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. People.
Yeah, you have to go to the comments on the side, but I don't know. Mine's on. You may have to turn it off. And Jack says he doesn't hear himself.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you're not listening to yourself.
Yeah, that's right, Jack. Are you knowing yourself, Jack?
I found it. I can see the comments now. And hi, Jack. Hi, trains, planes, and automobiles.
That's Jack.
Yep. Leonard Davis is here.
Hello, Leonard.
Yep. It's been a long time, like
Been
3 or 4 weeks.
Been a long time.
Yeah, Jack in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
Start calling out people.
Jim, JJE. I love it, Jim. I love it. Niantic River Woodcrafting with Chris Nealon.
There you go. Keep on going now. Keep on
Michel
going.
Marcoux. Bonsoir, Michel. Comment allez-vous? Ça va?
I'll give the intros to you. Go for it.
Leonard Davis, Trains, Planes, Jack in the Shop, Michel Marcoux. Donna's Embroideries out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Surprise. I am. And did I miss anybody? And my apologies if I've missed anybody. Oh, yeah. Disco Golf Train Nut is also out there. Oh, that's Dan Engie. Dan Engie's out there.
Dan Engie.
Yes. Dan Engie. And StreamYard, some duck, some green-headed, yellow beaked duck is out there too. And if I forgot you, by all means, speak up again, and I will mention you. I will shout you out.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks. I think it's been since or let's put it this way. I don't remember the last time we were on. I think it's January or February, the beginning of February, but it's been at least 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think that's about
Yeah.
close enough.
So, yeah. And if you want to understand why, I will give you the quick version. On January, and I was so some of the Paul's going to go, oh God, I got to hear it again. January 30th, I went to sleep. Everything was fine. January 31st, I woke up with a roar in my head to the point that I thought I was going insane. I immediately went and had myself looked at or whatever and found out I had tinnitus. And they suggested an ENT and a hearing thing, and found out I'm really close to being legally deaf in the left ear, and that's the ear that has the tinnitus now. But in the beginning, I thought to myself, if I have to continue with this noise, I'm going to kill myself, because it was like just, I mean, it was like bad. But over a period of time, and the doctor said it usually starts out bad and works its way down, it has come down to now a really like a high frequency sound, actually, if I'm in a room with people talking, I don't even hear it anymore. The only time I hear it is at night when I go to bed. So I've learned that we turn the air conditioner on. I have central heat and air, but I have to be cold. So cold that I have a window in my bedroom.
You have a what?
A window unit on top of central heat and air to cool my room down to sub-zero.
Okay.
So you say you're going through the changes?
No, my wife's over there snuggled up like an Eskimo, and I'm laying out from underneath the covers.
Yeah, that happens in my bedroom too.
Yeah,
she's under the blankets and she's got the ceiling fan on.
Yep. So anyway, that's where it started, and then it just went downhill. I went into, oh my God, we have so much pollen in our around here. Here, let me show you something. This is the ramp going out of my front porch, and this happened within 24 hours. That, my friends, is supposed to be all gray, and it is covered in pollen, especially oaks.
I've been eating Benadryl like this M&Ms lately.
So guess what? Russ got sinus infection. Not one, not two, 3. The first 2 were back to back. I got over it, took the medicine, everything was fine. Within 48 hours, I'm back again. I mean, it was just that quick. So, and then the worst of all worst that a parent wants to hear is, and the only reason I'm telling you this, I'm just trying to explain why it's taken so long to get us back here on air, is the worst of worst is my son. I have to backstroke a little bit. My friend, who was a firefighter, there was an illegal burn, and it got away into a field, and it caught his house on fire. And yes, my firefighter friend lost his home, and he had no insurance or anything. He had it paid off, and a long story. It's just, you don't want to go there, because I'll be here for an hour and a half telling you.
Who started the fire?
As of right now, under investigation.
Once you get that name, call an attorney.
Yeah. So anyway, so that happened during all this. And I've known this Tony. His name's Tony. That's all I'll say. His name's Tony. I've known him for 46 years. We met in 1986 or 1987. If you do the math, it's around 46 years I've known him.
Many
So
moons.
we all band up, all the firefighters band up and helped him, and we're going through the process. That was another thing that happened during that period of time. And we had to level what was left of his home and remove it if we had any choice for him to be able to put a home back on the property. During this time, his medical things went to hell and back. Let's just put it this way. He's in a nursing home palliative care as of right now. His blood sugar was out of control. It's been very obviously he hasn't taken care of himself for some time. And so that's the situation. And the only reason I'm telling you this is to try to explain where we go from A to B, because we're in the middle. And then my son goes in the hospital while I'm out there helping them when we're demolishing the home. I couldn't hear my cell phone. I went to get in my truck and it squeezed my cell phone on my leg. I swear this is how it happened. And I felt my phone vibrate. I pulled my phone out of the pocket, started looking. I had like 30 text messages, phone calls, and everything else. And one of the first ones I read was my wife was saying, I'm going to look for him. I have his iPhone on Find Me, and I'm going to find him and tell him what's going on. What was going on? My son was being transported to the hospital with a heart problem. And when he got there, they found out he had fluid on his heart. And they immediately, within 1 hour of him arriving at the hospital, he was into surgery and had 1.1 liter of fluid removed from his heart. I don't know if you know about this, but there's a 2-liter bottle of Coke that a lot of people buy. And yeah, half of that was around his heart. So they withdrew that. Plus he had fluid on his lungs. They withdrew that and he's doing well. Actually, he's back at work. And they cannot tell us why this happened. There was no bacteria, no virus, no nothing in his fluid around the sac of his heart. And the cardiologist said 50% of the time, he's only 35 years old, by the way, but he said 50% of the time at 35 years old, just for some strange reason this happened, and we withdraw the fluid, he goes on about his way and never has another problem. If he has a problem, then he's back and we do some more tests and stuff. And just by that second time, then we find out why this is happening. So that was the second thing that happened. And then my friend Tony is in a nursing home, palliative care nursing home. And I went and visited that. Actually, I went and visited him this morning. We spent about an hour and a half together. And he's doing good. He don't like being in there. Trust me, he wants to get the hell out of there. And I would too if I was him. So now we're to this date. I've caught you up on everything that's been happening to me and why we missed the last 3 or 4 shows. So sometimes life just gets in the way and you can't help it.
As they say, life gets in the way when you're making plans.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we're back. And let's lay that all to the side and start talking about something else. And I know it's not going to be nice, but everybody knows now, or should know now, about Steve Good and his passing away. here shortly. So we're going to talk about this just for a few minutes and then go into something lighter about what we all been doing. But my point being is, yes, Steve Good has passed away, and it took me by shock. I do want to tell a little story real quick before I go any further. And that is when Steve Good first starting making the CDs that he sold of all of his patterns, and then he went to the USB stick with all of his patterns. A guy asked, or no, excuse me, I made it wrong. Steve Good wanted to know why everyone was buying the CDs and the USB sticks. And one guy, I never will forget this because me and him were talking. And he told me, one guy answered was, what happens if you die? Where do all the patterns go? And Steve Good over the phone told me, I kind of laughed because he thought like, yeah, I just wonder what if all the patterns and where they would go. He thought it as funny because he never thought in a million years that in the future what would be happening. I never will forget that to the day I die because me and him, they had that conversation over the phone. And unfortunately, it came to reality that he has passed. He had a heart condition, he had a diabetes, and just things happened. And so, therefore, I don't know if it's going to be the next show we have or the one after that, but within the next two shows, we will have a memorial for Steve Good, my friend. And why I say within the next two shows is because he's been on my show quite a few times and we've been friends 20 years. That's just a number I'm throwing out there because I know it's been a long time. How we met was I started doing his, when he created his web blog where people, or not, it wasn't a blog, but where people could go online and talk to each other like a chat room or whatever and share photos or share patterns and all that kind of stuff. I met him and I took over as the admin as far as of that particular part, and that's how we met. He trusted me. I took it over. We became friends for all this time. But anyway, I wanted to do a memorial for him. And why I say within a couple of weeks is because he's been on my show numerous times, and I'm going to go through some of the files and the videos and kind of take excerpts and clips so that I can give him, when he was on here, so we can all have a remembrance of him. I will let his wife and his daughter know that what we're doing. I've reached out to them, and they have, let me tell you, he had thousands, literally thousands of people that were his friends that downloaded his pattern. I don't know, maybe 100,000. I mean, I can't tell you how many, but have reached out to them. So they're overwhelmed, not overwhelmed, but they have so many things, so many people that's talking to them and telling them how much they love Steve and so many emails and everything else. I can understand it's going to take them a while to go through everything and process everything and understand. So, but my point being is within the next few weeks, we'll have a memorial for Steve Good. And I do want to go through the excerpts of him being on my show and show some of those. And we'll go from there. I'll let his wife know if she wants to include anything. I want to get her approval which I'm sure she'll have no problem with the approval. But you get my gist. So, and that's where we go with that. So, what a downer in the beginning of a show, ain't it, guys?
Yeah.
Well,
what are you gonna do?
You're muted, Al.
You're muted, Al.
I probably don't need to be saying what I'm saying. You could turn it into a blooper reel, and it would be a little bit more, you know.
I don't think we're gonna do a blooper, but yeah, I understand what you're saying, and it's just you get sometimes when you're blown away by things, and that was one that really blew me away. When he first went in the hospital, I was thinking like, okay, he's sick, he's having some problems, he's in intensive care, he'll get better. 3 or 4 weeks from now, we'll start getting those patterns, right, Paul? You get them on his email, we'll get his patterns, we'll get that email. I get it every day. The first thing I do when I open one of my emails accounts, and I'm not going to say who it is, but where he sends that, and one of the first 3 or 4 emails that I got was his blog and his pattern for the day. For 20 plus years that I've known him, he did that blog. And so think about it. 365 days a year for 10 years would be what? Somebody do the math.
3,650 days.
No, but that's per day. So 365 would be 365,000.
He told us one day how many he sent out. And I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, I'm accounting for one a day for 365 days for 10 years, 3,650.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I get the USB. I get the USB, and I still save some of the emails with the pattern. Oh, that was cool. And I have it on the USB, but I still save them.
Yeah. So it's just phenomenal what he did. So if you would be so kind, I'll read back through some of the messages and see what people have said during this little thing.
Yep, the emails come every day. Bill says a load of them. Leonard Davis says, rest in peace, Steve. Donna said, I received the last USB from Steve family last week.
Really surprised me. I thought it would take a little while or even not even get sent, and I didn't care. It just really surprised me that it came like that.
Well, I want to tell you, hold on to it because I want a copy of it. And the reason I say I
still order it.
No, I'm going to try to order it, yes. But if I don't get it, I want a copy of it. And I will pay his wife for the copy. Trust me. I don't have to do that. I mean, it's not like I'm going to take it and not pay her. I will pay her for the copy, but I have already actually, if I remember right, ordered it. But if I don't get it, I want a copy of yours, Donna, because that's one of the last ones. And like I said, I will send her the money for it. I'll send her a donation even more than that for the family. But
unless it's changed, you should, or you might be able to still download it. I don't know.
Well, I'm going to try.
Yeah,
I'm going to try because between all the things that have been happening between my life and his passing, I wasn't able to get online real quick and order one, and it didn't pass my mind until later on. I went, oh my God, I probably could have ordered one in the beginning of it because he was very, very good at, remember when we did the DVDs first? He found a company that would reproduce his DVDs with the pattern on it. Not only reproduce them, but for pennies would put them in an envelope and mail them to you.
I have some of them.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how it first started out, was on DVDs. Because he even told me, he goes, you can put your YouTube videos on DVDs and your best ones and send it out to clients and stuff, and they can review it and see if they want you for a sponsor or whatever. And I said no, and he showed me how to do it. So that's my point. Is yeah, they were still available, and that's how you started out. So now we're down to the USB stick. So yep, there you go. That's one of them I have. Did I tell you the story about the man that said about why are you doing the USB sticks for the CDs? Okay, I don't think
Yeah,
I
you
have.
just told us.
Oh, and he did
Huh?
that one too.
Did I just tell it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where he did the portrait pattern design
No, I'm
course.
talking about the guy that said that. Why are you doing it? Did I tell
Yep.
that? Yep.
Yep.
See how bad I'm getting? The old noggin up here is getting worse. Trust me.
Well, don't feel bad because I don't remember.
So anyway, we'll do that and have an honor to him. And if they're still available, order them. I know his wife and daughter. I only met his daughter once, and I met his wife 2 or 3 times. At least 2 I know of. She went to or came with him when he was doing the Atlanta woodworking show, and she came with him, and we would the 2 times she was there, we had dinner together. One time was in this really nice, elegant, like fancy Italian restaurant. I remember that because it was like, you know, all up to do. The servers had like tuxedos on with towels across their arm when they come to the table and everything. And yeah, it was really nice. Myself, him, I think Alex Snodgrass was there. Uh, it's hard for me to remember because it's been so long. But anyway, I met his wife on a couple of occasions, and I think I met his wife or his daughter once. So. But yeah, he would always be a really friendly person. So that is coming within the next 2 weeks, the next couple of shows. So what's everybody been doing, Paul? What you been doing for the last? You ain't made nothing?
Not much.
Wow.
Done a few 3D prints, but other than that, not much.
I've been doing quite a bit. I think I've showed y'all this before, but that's a little bunny rabbit coming out of an egg.
I did a Marcus Aruzzi. What is it, Al? Marcus Aruvi.
Yeah, a bust of some
Yeah, for Matt Haas.
Yeah. Looked really good too.
Yeah.
Donna, what have you been doing?
I'm doing some 3D printing. Did a SpongeBob holder for sponges where it looks like
Yeah,
SpongeBob,
Paul.
and making math packs, and which are small backpacks. So it's been too cold to do. Oh, and we got the new chicken coop going. Robbie's about done with that, and we have about 35 baby chicks out there.
Oh,
35?
right.
35.
Cool.
It
Who
was
is this?
36. One didn't make it.
Who is this beside you?
This is Maddie. She's my granddaughter. She's here to spend a couple days with me.
Maddie?
Yep, she's one that helps me in the kitchen. We've been making cakes and stuff. she'll help me in the sewing room. She likes to do different crafts. And I told her she's almost old enough to start learning woodworking.
Cool.
Maddie, have you ever met Santa Claus?
I make a fake one.
She
You
makes
met
You met a
You
fake
met
one?
the fake one. So my point being is, am I fake or am I real?
You're a fake Santa Claus.
I'm a
Oh,
fake.
he's nobody's fool.
I say fake Santa Claus. How you know his wife is a Mrs. Claus? She's just not there right. She's in the other room.
Mrs. Claus is.
They're not always together.
Oh, I can tell you honestly, Mrs. Claus, and I'm not lying, is in bed watching TV.
Mrs. Claus is in bed.
Is that CLAUS or CLAWS?
So if you want to see Mrs. Claus, I can definitely have her on here one night.
Ooh.
But yes, she is in bed, I assure you. And she told me, don't wake her up if I come in.
Because the women always in charge, remember?
And Al, I know you have been working on, because I have seen some of those pictures and stuff.
I've been designing a little bit.
Well, that ship is coming along awesome.
I've been taking. Let's see if we do this. I pretty much have tried to do a what's this called, Paul?
Oh, he's not here.
Oh, he's not. Oh, Paul's gone. This is a windlass. It's a horizontal winch that goes on the what's the backside called, Chris?
The stern.
The stern of the ship. So it's like a big. You stick these poles in the ends and you turn it. And I've got an image, an overhead image of what it would look like, and that's that right there. That
Cool.
piece right there. That's
Hold on, let me put you full screen. Give me a second.
okay.
There you go.
Okay. So that piece right there is where you tie the lines up and stuff, and you can raise and lower the anchor. You can use it as a winch. Not a winch, a winch. So
Wrench.
yeah. So and that's this. Let me see. Let me get this right back. That's this thing here. So let me.
And my ex-wife was like that. She was a witch too.
Oh my God. So that's that there, and that there. So I guess it's like this. I haven't glued it together or anything. Maybe I'll make it to where it just turns, and this is the ratchet part of it.
Right.
That you
right.
can see right there. See how it ratchets?
Yeah, I see. I understand. Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what I've been working on.
Leonard Davis wants to know, Donna, when did you order the drive, the USB drive?
I think when I ordered it was when she had posted about the memorial. Is when I had ordered it. And I really didn't think it was going to come for a while because of, dealing with everything.
Right.
Now I put the catalog or the page out there, the Scroll Saw Workshop. I didn't actually see a way to purchase it, but I didn't really look. I saw subscribe and donate, but it might be there. I don't know.
It could have been in my email. Maybe I got it from there, but
As I'm looking.
Trains, Planes, and Automobiles said he had a good friend pass away last week. So this Thursday and Friday is the funeral, not feeling like doing very much. Trust me, I understand. Totally understand.
Free Scroll Saw patterns, no registration or sign up required. Scrolling through.
Aussie Man says, one good thing about losing your mind, Russ, is you're always meeting new people. That is a quote I need to remember. That is awesome.
Yeah, I don't see a way to get it. I see Bearwood Supply Company since 1987. Fast shipping, great service, unbeatable selection, guaranteed.
Leonard Davis said he has so many great patterns. I've been going through and trying to save as many as possible. Yeah. And that was my point. I was going to go on and just start downloading. And I'm hoping
There is a way to email. Well, I'm sure not Steve, but whoever is at the other end of that email account.
Yeah.
Assuming that it works, and they can get into it, right?
Yeah.
If
there
Steve
is.
still getting his
But
emails, I want to know who he's using.
The problem being about some of these things that we're talking about is, and I know without a shadow of a doubt what I'm saying is that he ran his business by himself, so to speak. So therefore, all the patterns, everything that was created, everything was done in his blog, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it just goes on. So I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying his wife can't take over or his daughter can't take over. But my point being is he totally controlled it. When I first met him I don't even remember, it was early 2010s, like 2010 plus years, 2011, 2012. Whenever he started that little, not his blog, but his place where people could go and talk and chat and their own little place and post patterns and stuff. Me and him met because he was asking, this is kind of overwhelming to me. Can anybody help me? And I reached out to him and I was starting to do YouTube videos. To make a long story short, he said, okay, Russ, yeah, I'm going to put you in charge, or I'm going to make you an admin over the blog or the place there. I don't even remember what it is now. And here, let's look it up. Just give me a second. And you will pretty well run it as an admin. Community forum is what it was called. If you'll go to scrollsawworkshop.blogspot.com, you will see the community forum. And I'm still an admin. When he retired, he told me that I'm still an admin, even though I haven't been on there a while, but he told me, you're still going to be an admin, but I'm going to relieve you of a lot of your duties. I'm going to take over and start monitoring myself. When he retired from Xerox, and he was full of,
the community forum is not resolving.
I noticed that
coming up. Yeah,
I noticed that. It's not loading for me either, so I'm wondering if that got
the YouTube channel did resolve.
Yeah,
but community, did not. The community forum.
Yep, it didn't resolve for me. It's still loading, so I'll have to see if I can get in touch with his wife and ask him what's going on with it, and see if he still wants to continue it. But anyway, and that's how we met and continue to be friends. We talked on the phone, we emailed, we were on. He didn't like Facebook that much. He never did. I don't know.
I'm going to interrupt a minute. Now, I found the email where it had it in there and clicked on it for ordering the USB, and it went to the page that says this is no longer available.
Okay.
So it might already be done.
Kind of figured that was what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I think he had it set up where he if I remember correctly, where he did those and then sent them, like, let's say he'd do 100 of them and send them to this place, and then they would distribute them and sell them for him. Because he showed me at one time when he was doing the DVDs, he said, Russ, you can take your instructional DVD or instructional videos from your YouTube channel, like when you're teaching somebody to actually make something, and you can convert them and put them on DVD. You can upload them to this place. They'll put them on a DVD and package it and sell it.
Dixon's in the green room.
Huh?
Dixon's here.
Oh. If you can't be on time, be here when you can.
I was waiting for 30 minutes.
He was on the slow train. He was on the slow train.
Yeah,
Last
on the slow
Saturday,
train.
he was showing his train setup. Man, that's the best I've seen.
So anyway, but yeah, so I'm not surprised to see that it ended. So somebody said, indeed, LOL, Aussie man. What did Aussie man say?
Something about his wife that I'm not going to repeat.
Okay.
You can.
I know my ex-wife is going to heaven because the devil doesn't want to lose his job. Aussie man, I can tell you, I'm right beside you, buddy.
Oh my goodness. She better not be watching tonight.
I don't care if she does or not. She knows I hate her guts.
Your wife?
My ex-wife.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to clarify that now.
Ex-wife.
Yeah, that's why. Just wanted to clarify it.
The egg donor.
Okay.
If you all can go back through and see if there's anything that we need to.
Jim wants to know if Dixon is still shoveling snow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because Dixon's in a different time zone. That's why he got here late, according to Leonard.
Oh, we have a
Are you
snow
still
bank as high as the house.
Do what? Repeat that.
We have a snow bank as high as the front window now in the front yard again.
Nice and cozy, isn't it?
Oh, 27 inches.
It actually
Yeah.
keeps the house. It actually keeps the house warmer.
Oh yeah, insulates it. Yep. I
Yeah.
don't shovel away the house. I let it.
Oh yeah, because the interior part can only get to 32. I mean,
Insulates it. Yeah.
yeah. That's what
I
we
was
do here in Florida for the strawberries. Is they run the pumps and run the water because it gets on the berries and the plants. The plants can survive 32 or above. Anything below 32 will kill the strawberries. So
Sure.
it locks them in at 32, and it doesn't matter if it gets 10 below, the berries and the plant stays at 32.
Yeah. So they survive through the winter and
Yep.
stuff.
So yeah. So Dixon, that is warm for us. Oh no, we're running in the 80s, my friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're in the 80s down here in Florida. The
I mean, I
only
was
thing-
complaining that the pool was a little chilly. So
yeah,
Just
the only thing
chill.
we need right now in Florida is rain.
rain. Yep.
We need rain. We're behind on the schedule and need rain. If we can get
The
some
front
rain,
lawn looks like a hay farm.
I literally, my wife backed in the driveway. She went with her sister, and they visit every Saturday morning, and they go for a walk around the lake and do some other things. Anyway, she notified me she got some groceries and needed some help. She backed in the driveway, and I heard her car back in, and I went to walk out on the front porch and open my screen door, and literally the wind blew from the trees and pollen just out of the trees just was falling like rain. So I shut the screen door and stood there for a second. She goes, "You're not going to help me?" I said, "Hell no, not until the pollen quits falling." I mean, it was like rain. So we're still getting. If I don't know if you noticed, but my voice is still not correct. I still have a raspiness in my voice, still from the sinus infections and the pollen that's so bad. So
Their son's doing pretty good now, right?
yes, if for an update, he went in, had that all done, and the prognosis is they don't know why. 50% of the time, they drain the fluid out at his age. He's 35 years old, and he goes on about his business and never comes back. If he does come back, usually they find out why it's doing it and what the problem is.
Yeah, they can't figure out why you get water around the heart. My wife had the same thing about 10 years ago. She had blue lips. They said, "You're losing oxygen." And we even took her down to Madison, and because they were the only ones that found out she had too much water around her heart.
Yep.
And they says if you take the generic, you can go home, take these generic pills, you got an 80% chance it'll come back. If you take the other pills, you got an 80% it'll never come back. And them pills were $300 every time you bought a couple of them.
Wow.
And it worked. It never came back.
Well, that's basically the same thing he was told as far as it can or cannot come back. And think about that 1.1 liter. That's half of a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi.
Yeah, you're supposed to only have a couple ounces to lubricate your heart, water
Yes.
around it. That lubricates
Yes.
it. And she had way too much and it was suffocating her. My son came over and seen it and says, "Mom, your lips are really blue."
Yeah,
So
that's
she was
basically the same thing my son went through. So he's great now. He's back to work. He's on light duty, which he really doesn't have to do a lot. He's a superintendent for a construction company. All he does is he goes to the job site and makes sure all the contractors are doing what they're supposed to do. So he doesn't have, to do a lot of work. But so I'm at my friend's property, and that was destroyed by the fire, and we're demoing the property to be able to put a new home there for him. And there's so much construction equipment going around that I can't hear my phone. I go to get in my truck, which tightened my pants leg up, and I felt my phone vibrate. And I pulled it out of my pocket, and there was like 20, 30 texts and messages and everything else. And when I opened it, the one was my wife, Nancy, saying, he's not responding, so I'm going to look for him. I think I know where he's at. He told me, and I'm going to go find him. And I'm like, why the hell is my wife trying to find me? I mean, I told her where I was at or whatever, and we have Apple phones. She can just click that, find my phone, and she can go right to where I'm at. But then I started reading down, and my son Corey put, Cameron is at the ER, and they're taking him to surgery for fluid on his heart. And when I read that, my heart dropped. I turned around and told the guys, I got to leave. I had a trailer full of stuff that we were going to try to salvage from my friend's house. He had some refrigerators that didn't get damaged, etc., etc. My friend Jeff walked over, unhooked it. 2 or 3 guys picked it up and pushed it back away from my truck and said, don't worry about this stuff. It can sit here. We'll take care of it. Get in your truck and go. And that's what I did. And so I was able to see him before he went into surgery, so to speak. And they went in and put a catheter. It's probably right about on my beard, probably right about here. They inserted a needle into his heart, which had a catheter, which a catheter is the same thing when they do the IV. They put the needle in, and they have that little skinny tube that goes inside your vein, and they pull the needle out, and the tube stays in. Same thing for the heart. So they withdrew all the fluid, and then they put a bag on the tube underneath and taped it to his chest, and to see if any more drainage would come. So yeah, that was on Friday. I can actually figure out the date it was, but that was on a Friday when the 6th or 7th of March, I believe it was. Here, it was a Friday and Saturday. It was the 6th of March when that happened. So
Leonard said, Russ, what'd you make this week?
I have been working on a lot of, and I think I showed them. I showed that.
Oh yeah,
3D
getting time for Easter.
Printer.
Yep, 3D printed that.
Yeah.
I 3D printed. Hold on, where was it at? Have I moved them all around? What the heck? Here's another one.
See.
This is going to go on to a stand on like a desk or whatever. I print them separate because sometimes I do them as I'll put a little thing on them and use them as a wall hanger. I think I took the other ones out of here. Nope, I got one.
So that was me, Jesus, see,
No, it's Jesus Messiah.
Oh, I thought it said me,
Messiah.
Jesus, see,
No, it's Jesus Messiah.
He's giving you crap again.
I know.
That Al,
I
tell ya.
I try to ignore him. I did that one, which is the tomb of Jesus.
Yeah, I can't heckle that one.
He's giving people crap all the time. He's telling me that my clouds look like spaceships.
I did it. Easter egg.
You remember this?
Easter egg with a heart inside of it. And actually, you can put a tea
Cool.
light underneath it.
Yeah, there you go, LED.
Just
Ate it and didn't sleep for 3 nights, Al.
sit it on a tea light and it'll light up. It's very, very. Listen. Hey, listen. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
It's very thin.
Thin,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, very thin. And then I did another tomb, and I haven't even taken the. Here, let's see if I can pull it off without destroying.
Don't you love taking support off that comes off that nicely?
Yeah, I took,
I love the tree support.
Yes, yes.
but the supports are
Cool.
still inside here.
Time to
Yeah.
get the old digger thingy out.
So I did this. I've been playing around, and this is my craft room. I have a little laser, the We Create laser in here that does things like business cards. I think I've shown you all that. So
We Create, that's a pretty expensive laser. Nice laser.
yeah, We Create. See, it did that is thin aluminum business card, and it burn off the black. Very, very detailed, let me tell you. And this is Simply Laser Creations. Just like my other one's Simply 3D Creations.
Yeah, good.
So, and this is one of the ones I like right here. Don't Tread on Me. Or is that? No, that's not the Don't Tread on Me. That is. Hold on. God bless the USA. Sorry. Wrong one.
I was going to say it was flipped the other way. I thought, did you do that in
It
Spanish?
was. No, it was. This is God bless the USA.
Upside down.
But look how detailed that is.
Well,
Yep. God bless the USA. So I've got a couple of more of them around here somewhere. I got one with a skull on it. See if I can find that one, because that one's pretty cool. Nope, I can't find that one, but I can find what I love to eat, my lobster. He's panicking because I'm hungry. He might lose his claws. Or he could probably lose his tail too. So yeah, I've been doing some 3D printing, just playing around, just
Now, do you guys get? Can you get lobster real cheap like they do on the East Coast?
Yes.
Do you get the same thing down south there by Florida?
Yeah, we don't have lobsters. Not really ever been what you would say expensive.
Okay.
I mean, it's
My-
lobster everywhere is expensive. I will show you something that I tried. I tried to put Jesus on this cross with my laser, but all it did was melt it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a plastic. If it's wood,
Yeah,
you'd be
this is-
inflamed.
This is PLA, and I turned it way down, and it still melted the crap out of it. So
Did it go
Yeah,
through?
way too powerful.
no, it didn't go through, but it went down. I would say this is a quarter of an inch thick,
Uh-huh.
give or take, and it went down at least 3/16 of an inch on the.
Wow. Yeah.
And that was at its low setting. So I'm like, oh, wow. But with the new letter, this is stainless steel. And I think I'll hold my hand over what's there because it's my address. But it does stainless steel, these little tags without any problem. Oh, yeah, it does. This is the etching code where you can actually get colors on stainless steel at different powers.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what I've been doing, playing around with stuff. It's actually good enough, and I have done it, but I don't have one in here to engrave a pencil. I got this one sitting here. I was going to put my name on it just for the heck of it, but I haven't done it yet. But it will engrave, and it comes with its own little holder that you can use, so you can just lay the pencil in there and engrave it. It has a camera to align your stuff in it. So, nice little laser. But that's what I've been doing, just messing around. Actually, for 3 or 4 weeks, I haven't even been in here. So it wasn't until the last 3 or 4 days that I actually got in here and was doing some stuff. Any other questions?
Let's see. Let's see what's out there in the chat. There's a message from Driveway Workshop. Hey, who is that?
I don't know who that is.
I've heard that name somewhere.
You must
Yeah,
be
she.
He
Yeah,
said,
she.
what
can't
time?
get
What
herself-
time? What?
She can't get herself to bed.
He's talking to somebody in the chat.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
talking to Jeff. What time is his Dutchman show going to be on tomorrow?
Yeah.
The Aussie man says, I see. I wondered. Oh, hold on. I got to show this. Aussie man. Oh, yeah, I see. I wonder where you got to. A lot of people wondered what happened to me. I had some people saying, or basically, you're commenting, are you dying?
Okay, Jim.
So,
Okay, drive by.
Oh, he was talking to Aussie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't show it, so I went ahead and showed it.
Leonard Davis says, I was in the lathe turning a pen and a letter opening before the show tonight. Well, good for you. I'm glad you're in your shop. Leonard, or every day, Russ, we all are, yeah.
Especially if you're in a winter climate.
Transplant lanes, trains, and automobiles.
Hey, Jeff.
Yep.
Trains, planes, and automobiles. Sounds like a movie, but that's cool. Now you got to include some planes, what you do, You got King Kong knocking that plane over. Well, wait, that's the Pillsbury Doughboy, I think, knocking over the plane. Or wait, it's the Rex. Where's the automobiles?
They're all hobbies: trains, planes, and automobiles.
Yes.
Yeah, they're all hobbies.
They're
All right,
hobbies.
guys, I am out of here. I will work on. We could have a show next week, and I'll do it. I'll talk to the guys and see what we're going to do it on. But either let me get my calendar out here. Either the 28th or the 4th, and then more than likely it'll be the 4th. Of April. We'll have the thing for Steve Good, because the reason I say that, and you think like, well, we could just have it next week, is no, I want to go through the videos of when he was on my show and take some captures of that and actually show it in some of the moments we had together with pictures before the show. So it's going to take me a little time to put that together. I don't want to be rushed. I don't want to be pushed. And so I want to make some special effect for it too. So that's the reason. So we're looking at probably the 4th for the memorial for Steve Good. And I will try to get in touch with his wife. Hopefully she'll respond. I actually have his personal cell phone number. So I'm hoping she's monitoring it. And I will try to call it and see if she answers. And then the 28th is next week. By all intentions, we'll have a show and we'll do something. I do have a couple of people that said they'd come on, but it's been so long, I got to remind them and see.
Gotta ask him again.
Yeah.
Hey, Russ.
Got to ask them a minute. Yeah.
Aussie Man is saying, see y'all next time. Sing that song, Russ.
Good. Listen, if you're too darn busy to get out in your shop and make some sawdust, you're lazy, you're sitting on your butt in your recliner watching TV, and you should be out there making sawdust. Just give me sawdust, lots of sawdust all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody. Thank you,
Night, boys and girls. You don't have to go home, but you cannot stay here.
Go here.
Nope.
Go here. Go here.
Anywhere else.
Live long and prosper, folks.
Good night.
Night, night.